Do you ever find yourself procrastinating when you're tired, when it's like late at night? You ever just waste your time aimlessly scrolling on TikTok, Netflix, Amazon, YouTube, watching a video for about a few minutes and then deciding that you're bored with it and then trying to find another thing to fill your time with? That's what I was that's what happened to me recently. I was a couple days ago, I was really tired. And not like I was up for a long time or anything. I was just like just exhausted or tired. I mean, not anything abnormal. It's kind of like the thing that I'm in. It's like that's a normal thing for me is to be tired in the evening. And I told myself it was too late to draw. I was like, it's too late to draw. I can't do it. I'm too tired. I just want to go to bed. And I said, "Well, before I go to bed, let's kind of like deload and just kind of relax for a minute and I don't know, watch a video on YouTube or whatever it was I was doing on my phone, Netflix, YouTube, Amazon, TikTok, Instagram, all that like social media noise." And was scrolling for a while and I was like, "You know what? I said to myself, "You know what? I've been scrolling for a while. Maybe I should just go upstairs and draw anyways. I know I'm tired, but I'm starting to stay up pretty. I mean, it's starting to get a little late, and I should just either go to bed or draw. At the very least, get off the phone and not be on the phone." And lo and behold, time just slipped. Like it ended up being really late at night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was just so angry with myself because I could have I could have drawn. I could have created some artwork and I didn't do it because I just kind of like squandered it on social media and I felt real bad. Felt real bad about it. And by that time I was really tired. I was like, I got to go to bed for real. I can't draw now. It's way too late. When it was when I got home, it was it was perfectly I had enough time to draw. I could have drawn, and I didn't. I opted to procrastinate and to push it off till the very end. And I think the reason why I'm talking about this is because I was doing this just now. I was I was thinking about some video topics to or some subjects to talk about in my videos, and they're kind of there, but I don't really have enough to say about them yet to really talk about them. But I was finding that as I was trying to push off making a video talking about these subject the one of these subjects, I was finding that I was like, man, I'm tired. I could just go to bed right now, or I was kind of like just staring at the computer screen. I was actually I was giving myself a manicure. I was kind of weird. I was like, man, I must be really trying to to avoid this thing if I'm giving myself a manicure. And I'm like cleaning my nails and clipping my nails and everything. I'm like, man, this is a whole new level of procrastination where I'm not even entertaining myself. I am just fidgeting, you know? I think maybe in the future I might even get to the point where I am procrastinating by bringing out like a fidget spinner and I'm spinning the fidget spinner I until like 3 hours later. and I'm like, okay, now it's time to make a video, or now it's time to record this. Let's do this. Let's rock out, man. Let's rock out. But I digress. I have been a big old fat procrastinator. That's what I've been doing. Just big old stick in the mud. Just trying to find excuses, trying to find reasons to get out of doing things. Like I'm doing a pretty good job of it, actually. I'm doing a very good job of it, of like, oh, it's late. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, let's do it tomorrow. Let's just do I am doing everything I can in my power to not do anything productive. I am trying my best. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going on, but I'm trying my best to avoid anything that, constitutes responsibility, constitutes like achieving things, I'm like, what is wrong with me, man? Like I am like, oh, I gotta do this thing that I want to do, but I just don't feel like it. You I just don't feel like it. Half the time I just don't feel like doing those things, man. It's crazy. It's so crazy how like you want to do the thing, but you just like, it's almost like it's like going into a pool, where the pool's really cold, and you don't want to go into pool at first because you don't want to get that you don't want to feel cold for a little bit. And then you jump into the pool and you got that initial shock. Like, oh my God, it's so cold. And then you're like, oh, that's not so bad. I feel actually feels quite nice actually. It's kind of like a nice, it's like being in an AC, air conditioned water. It's nice, right? And that's the same thing with doing these videos and doing my art. I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want to jump in that pool. You know, it's so cold. Just don't want to do it. And then when I start doing, drawing and getting a little bit of, my toes in the water, and I start feeling a little bit more comfortable. Like, yeah, I'm okay, right? I'm okay, but and it's that like starting starting to do it, like just the initial startup, like turning the key in the ignition and going. That's the hard part, and I've been finding like just ways to procrastinate as long as possible until there is there is a point of no return, you know? And sometimes I get to that point of no return and I'm actually able to like sometimes I like, okay, it's go time. Let's do this. Let's do this. Go time. I am done procrastinating. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's knock this out. Let's get it out of the park. And that way we can go about our merry business, Just go about it. Go about our daily business and just have a good time. But for the in the meantime, while I am I start doing that, like I'm also really trying my best to not do it. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't know what is up with me, man. I just want to like, I literally just want to like. Apparently, my thing that I want to do is absolutely nothing. I just want to do nothing. Uh, is something wrong with me? I don't know. I just want to do nothing. Like I just want I want to do nothing. I don't know why. Because I'm always doing things. I just want like I want a lazy boy, and I want no noises, and I want like nothing happening around me for an extended period of time. I guess the reason why I want to do nothing is I'm always go go go, that I feel like I need to give myself like an air of like a break, you know? And I guess maybe on a weird subconscious level, procrastinating is my way of of giving myself that break. And sometimes it does more harm than good because I procrastinate so long that I reach that point of no return, and I can't do it. It's too late. I need to go to bed. Or if I do this now, that means I get 5 to 6 hours sleep, and I'm gonna be so angry and upset that I have a lack of sleep. I don't know about you, but when I don't get a lot of sleep, I just get like I am cranky. I just have no patience, and I'm just no amount of coffee can wake me up. I'd have to have like a gallon of coffee in order for me to wake up. But so I reached this point of no return, and I'm like, you know what, it's a wash. Let's just like hit the reset button and start over tomorrow. And then you feel bad about yourself and all this stuff. But I guess deep down inside, I just want to procrastinate because I just want to like have like a break, like a longer than an hour break. Like I want to have like a 5 hour break, you know? And I think all of us might want that. to be quite to be quite frank, you know, I think all of us want would love to have a break, you know? Not like the break that you get on your days off from work, because when you have your days off from work, you don't necessarily have a break, because if you're working like a 40-hour week, or maybe you're working a 40, or maybe you're working overtime, maybe you have a lot of work, maybe you're working overtime, and the day, like maybe you're working 6 days a week, and that seventh day, all you're doing, it's not a break. It's you're The only break you have is a break from your employer, but you have to you probably have to clean the house. You probably have laundry and dishes, especially if you're working 6 days a week, because you're probably putting in overtime, and you don't have time to. When you get home from overtime, you probably don't have time or the energy to do all those chores, and so you just push it off until like your one day off, and then that whole day off is you're basically just meal prepping and cleaning all your clothes for the week. And that's a giant day of labor. And then by the end of the day, you're like, what did I accomplish? I didn't do anything. All I did was do chores all day long. And now I got to go to work tomorrow. You know, I don't know. Anyways, I got to go, man. I got to go. I'm done procrastinating for today. I think I can check off the day as a success. Anyways, I gotta go. Thank you so much for listening. And tell me if you ever do this kind of stuff. Do you ever procrastinate, or you ever just like find reasons or excuses, or like your own personal excuses on how to avoid doing things? And do you end up doing those things anyway, but it's almost always last minute? And I'm not talking like if you're a student, I was a student, a college student, and I did that. I would always procrastinate. Um, but like we're talking about things outside of the realm of school, right? Outside of the realm of like, oh, I got this paper due tomorrow and I haven't started. You know, I'm just talking about like adult things, or adult things that you do that you normally enjoy, but you find yourself kind of just like pushing it off until the very last minute. Anyways, I gotta go. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment if you like. Thank you so much for listening. You all rock. Cheers.